What are you doing?
Is that good? A little more? Is that good?
Hey, I can help.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us on another episode of Sailing Spiridon. This is the story of a family who sold everything and bought a sailboat. Our mission is to learn together, to spread love and kindness, and to explore the world around us. And of course, we're going to share boat maintenance and how to build or fix things.
Hello.
We will share our boat projects and crafts that we do along the way. This is our home, and in it, we plan to build a foundation for traveling education, so our son and our audience can see how beautiful the world can be. And please don't forget to hit that notification button and the subscribe button, that way you don't miss any future episodes. And check us out on Instagram for some more day-to-day action. Thanks for stopping in, and we hope you enjoy. Good morning.
Just out here having a good sail, you know, full. We got 13 knots of wind. Just cruising around here in San Carlos Bay, I believe it is. We're making pretty good heading to our destination of nowhere. As you can see, we're ribbon. You can't even read it. That's how fast we're going. Just eating some raw hot dogs.
This video brought to you by what brand is that?
Oh, gross. That's been wrong.
Hot dogs.
John Morrell. This video brought to you by
Get your
gross,
fingers off my wieners.
gross hot dog. That's good. That was fun.
So yeah, we ran aground. With nothing but time on our hands, we decided it was best if we sat down and went over the charts and looked over where we wanted to go in the Keys. At this time, we actually realized that our heater core was leaking and we had cracked our engine mount, so we had to go back to Fort Myers to wait for parts and then head to the Keys. But we're just going to skip forward to the point where we were heading to the Keys. Welcome to Marathon Boot Key, located in the Florida Keys. The Marathon City Marina prides themselves on the upkeep of this beautiful liveaboard community. During this point in our travels, the world was still in a complete lockdown. And although the world and the harbor was practicing social distancing, the word liveaboard community really shined bright here. Every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, they host a cruiser's net promptly at 9 a.m. on Channel 6-8. It's truly amazing to witness a community that actually does look out for each other. They had volunteers who were filling water jugs and community grocery runs solely to minimize exposure and protect the harbor. It was very beautiful to see how much this community reached out for each other. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can catch whatever's left of this conversation, but somebody is calling Coast Guard because there's a raccoon on their boat and it's rabid.
Coast Guard small boat, this is Nina on 1-6, over.
We're like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah, Coast Guard, go ahead. Yeah, FWC cannot help us because we cannot go ashore. You need to come over and help us, please. Over.
We don't know.
Coast Guard, stand by. We're speaking to FWC on the phone right now.
We don't know how they got a raccoon on their boat, but they're in a sailboat, they're in a panic, it's rabid, nobody can help them. They're freaking out. Get on the radio and go, quiet, Karen, handle your raccoon business.
Get rid of your own trash pandas, Karen.
Very quickly, we finished it.
We're dry, we want to stop. Or reset, one of the two.
Check my phone real quick.
Well, at this point,
want to come all the way out.
boat comes off anchor. We can't do anything unless it slowly comes off anchor.
I hope he doesn't eat my toes. Okay, yeah, I'm good enough. We need to.
No, we can't shake.
Time to play in the sunshine. Summer is just around the corner. Temperature 80 going to a walloping 84. Wind, well, we have an east at 11, kind of 12, 13 most of the day with gusts as high as 15, but that's gusts, so should be a real pleasant day wind-wise all day. Waves, we got 2 foot out of the east-northeast at 4 seconds. This evening it will stay pretty close to the same, just shifting to the east. Now tides, I had to talk about this a little bit because I do tides quite often, every week of course, but at 11, we had a low at 12:17 at 0.2 this morning, a.m. I'm going to do this a little different than normal so you can get my grip on this. And we have a low again tonight, at noon at 12:24 to 0.2, so exactly the same down, and within 7 minutes apart of being 12 hours apart on the lows. Now we have a high, or had a high at 6:42 this morning at a 1.5, and we have a high at 6:42 tonight at a 1.8. Kind of rare. I don't know if it's that important, but it sure was interesting to me. Rain, we're clear all friggin' day. About 9-10 o'clock tonight, they're hollering 5%, so looks pretty good. But don't trust me as far as shutting your hatches. That's all I got to say. Don't blame the net controller. Good morning, Buki Harbor Marathon. This is Don coming to you from the sailing vessel Lady Triana, along with my lovely wife Dina and my 2 sleeping hound dogs, Rudder and Tiller. And we're just tickled to death to be your net controllers this morning. Now this is a control net, which means you first must state the name of your vessel. Wait to be recognized by me or the net controller the day before passing your traffic. This keeps everything really nice and organized. Also want to remind you there are a lot of little sailors in the harbor and old people with tender ears, and so please keep your language and content appropriate. The reason we throw this little hootenanny every day is to say hello and goodbye to old and new friends. Then we're going to bring announcements of interest to the boating community, what's going on in the neighborhood. operations help section where we alternate raising and lowering our water lines. No. No. You know what I mean. Anyway, I've been off for a month. Cut me some slack. Then we have a buy-sell trade where we raise and lower our water lines. And the next is trivia, where we try to stump the harbor, increase our brain cell capacity, and always get some good laughs out of it. And then it'll be time for final business, where anything unsaid may be said, and after that we'll go about our day enjoying paradise. Now with all that mumbo jumbo and my stumbling all over the place is over, let's get on with it here. Any new arrivals in the harbor, please state the name of your vessel, wait to be recognized by me, and then tell us a little about yourself, where you're coming from, where you're going to, who's on board. All new vessels, please come now.
Hey, so one thing that Sailing Atticus just did is they cleaned their heat exchanger with vinegar.
Mine, I already cleaned mine.
Okay.
Been there, done that. I did it before we left Texas. I cleaned it not with vinegar, but I cleaned it in a ultrasonic cleaner, which we had at work, and I got it all shiny. And when I took it apart to find the problem, which was my fault, by the way, it's still clean. But when I put the gaskets, when I was putting the heat exchanger together, there's a gasket on each end, and they have to go on in a certain orientation. And I had it in that orientation when I started putting it together, but it must have spun, because it's only one bolt that goes through the whole thing and clamps it down. So there's something that keeps it oriented correctly. It spun, and then when I tightened it down, it put a little tiny tear cut in the gasket. So the coolant was going bye-bye right out the exhaust. That's why we were losing it. But it would only happen once it got hot, because it was a little cut. It would get hot, and the pressure would build in the system, and then it would go away. So,
Fun facts.
I ordered new gaskets.
No, I was trying to block the window, the glare. I was trying to make it so it was...
Oh, and then also, another fun fact. Before we left Pensacola, I rebuilt the raw water pump. And I took it apart, and there was a pump, impeller in there. And so I looked through my supplies of impellers, and I found one that looked just like that one. And then I put...
Stop talking. I'm just trying to block the window glare, and I can't get far enough because of this. So I was trying to...
So I put the same type of impeller that was in there, back in there. It chewed it up. And one of the things I found in the heat exchanger was one of the raw water impeller blades. But just one was missing, and I found it, so I don't have anything sitting in there anymore. But, so I did what I should have done the first time and actually did some research on what was supposed to go in there, and found that the ones that I bought when we purchased the boat as backups were actually the correct ones, not the ones that I found in the boat. So, I'll be rebuilding it with the ones that I bought a year ago. And then that will be working better. So, anyway, I think we finally sorted out the problem. And I learned a valuable lesson, which is just because you've touched something before doesn't mean you should assume that it's working. So, anyway, found the mistake, got humbled a little bit, and new parts are on their way.
Yeah.
Be here Monday. Now I'm just gonna clean out, flush the cooling system, clean the bilge.
And I'm gonna eat a bagel.
Now he's gonna eat a bagel.
Join me on my bagel adventure.
How to eat a bagel on a sailboat. It's actually exactly how you eat a bagel in a house, in case you're wondering. Except you're on a boat.
Except for you're not plugging in your toaster to your nav station outlet, because there's no outlet in the galley, so.
Fix that. I know a guy.
The same guy that
Wired the rest of the
wired the rest of the boat?
No, I wouldn't give him like a play school tool, but
But you go like this, right? Yummy, yummy, getting my tummy.
Now? Sure. What do you feel like listening to?
Whatever's clever. Come on. Particular great. And we are off. That right there, bullseye, is Squirrel and Candace's boat. You can see. Anyway, very nice people.
Sorry I can't offer you guys any beer. We have had a dinghy. Shoot, I'm still.
Oh, you're okay.
Sorry I can't offer you any beer. I still haven't gone grocery shopping.
Well, if you need, we can take you over wherever you need to go. To shore.
Let's check this out.
What's that?
Let's check it out and see what's going on. And it's going to be longer than a 15-minute thing. We'll run to the store and get some beer.
Yeah, I don't know. I can show you what's going on. The best of my ability. We'll go that way.
Oh, is that the little tug that was up there?
Yeah.
So, Jen.
Music?
Huh?
Do you like music?
I love music. Here's Go-Go. Almost falling off the dink. Look at how cute she is. Oh, look, Stephanie. Yeah, look at her. She's in business.
All right. Got that whip, yo. Oh.
Got my old girl back. Hi, Go-Go. Hello.
Looking fine and fancy.
Come up here, baby. Honey.
Here.
Oh my god. You told me to fucking choke it to kill it. And it's not working.
Just put your hand over the intake.
Where's the intake?
Right in front of you. That black plastic thing right there.
The
Yeah,
what?
that plastic thing right there in front of you. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, just put your hand right over the front of that.
That's where the kill switch goes.
There you go. Gotcha. All right. So Jen, what kind of boat is this?
This is a Parkins H28, built by Herreshoff, designed by Herreshoff. And Parkins, after Herreshoff stopped making them, Parkins took over. And so it's now a Parkins kind of Herreshoff H28, but it's 28's misleading. The original Herreshoffs, I believe, were 28, and I think he did increase, even Herreshoff did, to 29.5, which is what this is.
Okay.
And with the bowsprit, it's 33, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah, especially not when you have to pay for a slip. Then it's only 28.
Yeah, right?
See, oh wow. Look at that. That is super fancy.
I love it.
Look at the woodwork in here.
Oh, it's pretty, huh?
Jeez. Your floors are gorgeous.
What's that?
So your floor.
If you're interested in learning more about this vessel, we have made a separate video. I will attach the link in the bio. And if you made it this far in the video, I want to give a big thank you. Appreciate it. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss any future content. It helps us tremendously. The rest of this video is just a little exploring Boot Key, but up next we explore Sombereo Reef. Stay tuned.
Yeah, my mind's key rushes of emotion. Now let's do it again. There's sweetness and adventure without a venture. TV's got your mind stuck on good reality. We are young, 'cause our soul is warm. Life's much more if we live it up. Life is on schedule, but dead's forever. I send my condolences to the side of the drive. Some say I'm living in the moment. I say motion, I ain't got no potion. We can touch the sky.
He's laughing so hard.
Hey, Jed, come back a little bit closer to the boat. There's a boat coming in hot. Like, way hot.
Yeah, they're hauling it.
Over donkey.
It's a dive field. Why would you come in here like that?
If you have fallen in love with the Boot Key community like we have, and you would like to support some fellow sailors and their liveaboard dream, we have made some merch specifically for Boot Key. The link to our Etsy store will be located in the description below. And thanks for following. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.